Hi guys, welcome back to the podcast. Today we have longtime class members Sue Milch and Cindy Newmiller. Guys, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Sue, you've been doing the class for 5 years now, and Cindy, you're at 8 years now.
I'm 8. Mm-hmm.
So first question is, who is the real class matriarch?
Sue. We know it's Sue.
Would you like to tell why?
You can elaborate.
Yeah.
I follow Cindy.
Oh.
Cindy's always been my person I go to, and I always wanted to be like her. So
So you'd say actually she's the matriarch then?
Well,
to me, she is, yes.
well, you're the leader. You're the true leader.
I would say I feel like the
Yeah.
8 o'clock class kind of runs under Sue.
It does. It does.
Um,
She holds us all accountable.
Queen for a year.
Yeah.
She does, yeah. And I said literally she's the one who's got to vote everyone in and let everyone back
She
when they
is.
take too long off. And so what made both of you decide that you needed to start lifting weights? Like I said, I know with you we were coming off a divorce, and like what was it that made you realize like I need to start lifting weights?
Well, like I say, I was going through a divorce, so I knew I needed to be in the gym for my mental health. But I threw in my name into the hat for a trainer, and you were the one, and you started me lifting weights. I mean, I'd never lifted weights before. So
Because you used to run, you said at one point, right?
I ran, yeah, and I've done exercise classes and whatever through the years or whatever, but I'd never lifted weights. So that was the start of me lifting weights.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
been a while, almost a decade now.
Yeah, almost, yeah.
And
It
Sue,
shows.
I do feel like we should have almost had Pat on here as well, because you guys kind of usually, it's like with one usually comes the other, but
Yes.
She can't see.
that's true. Because I mean, you guys had obviously been at Granite for a long time, the two of you working
Well,
out
that's
together.
where we met. We met in the 20-pound
Yeah.
challenge.
Pat from gym.
Yeah, Pat from gym. That's how I got her in my phone as.
Yeah.
So I had a couple other trainers at Granite that I really liked. Jessica was one, but she left. And then we really didn't know what to do. We went with another one for a while, and he left. And so we were just doing classes and stuff, which are great. I like them, but I just didn't feel I was getting the whole effect. Wasn't losing weight. Wasn't. So I've always liked to lift weights, but never really knew how exactly. What day of the week you do your legs, what day you do your arms, what day. So yeah. So.
Well, and it was kind of funny too, and I get this a lot from people coming from more of that class background of like, initially you're like, you do a set and you're like, okay, well, what do I do now? It's like, no, literally you rest. Like, like actually let's
And
take our time.
you didn't rest ever
Yeah.
back then. That's why, I mean, even for me now, it's like, okay, Cindy's rested for 10 minutes. I'm on one.
But yeah, it is interesting of the idea of like, we've just always been taught that like, oh, you got to keep going. It's like, no, we're just going to work really hard for whatever 8 to 10 reps or whatever it is. And it's like, and then literally just rest and get ready for the next set.
Yeah, I'm doing better at that.
I know, because you're not someone that likes to just sit around.
No, I don't.
We kind of had to find you that parking spot on the wall to just like, okay, I'm just going to relax here and actually rest here.
But when I started with you, you started me on weightlifting. And then, what was it, like a year and a half later that you started the
Something like
women's
that, yeah.
group
Yep.
of weightlifting? So
It was like what, you, Rhea, Linda, and Jesse, I think? Or it was somewhere in the wrong, because I think initially it was like Jesse and Rhea wanted to start lifting, or maybe they were 6 a.m. It's been like 7 years now. I can
it's been
barely
a long
remember what
time
the
ago.
actual start was.
So
but-
did you start the class then with Ryan?
Yeah,
The
Shara
weightlifting class?
had told
Okay.
us
Yeah.
about
Oh,
it.
okay.
So we started it, and we weren't going to stay very long. We were just going to give it a try.
So how many years has it been?
It's over 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it would have been 5 back in March because I think statute of limitations expired. We can admit kind of what happened during COVID. But I mean, yeah, literally, it's like everything was shut down. Like 8 o'clock, you and Krista would come to my house. Like 9:05, you and Pat would come from the other side of the house and get your workout in. And yeah, and then like gym started back up and we just kept rolling. And
Yeah.
Valerie joined not too long after you guys. And
Also,
Yeah, like-
Valerie's been there
Valerie
almost
will be 5 years in
Was
August,
it?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
8 o'clock group's pretty consistent,
Yeah.
outside of some people who get sick on cruises apparently. But
Yeah. I would still probably have came to the gym, but
well, I mean Lita.
oh yeah.
So And I know, Cindy, you've talked about a lot of this just from just random people I hear you talking to in general in class. How does having a group help you as far as like being accountable with your fitness or sticking to it?
Oh, it's everything for me. It's the socialization. It's the wrath that I would get from Sue if I don't show up. No, it's almost become the most important thing to me is coming to the classes is because of the people.
Me too.
I don't ever make up an excuse as to why not to come, even when I've out of town or if I can't make it on my scheduled day. I can't wait to make the session up to be in there. So
Yeah, funny thing, you look forward to it.
Oh,
I totally, yes, very. I mean, I do. I can't wait from the weekend, to come in on Monday morning because it's been since Friday since we've all gotten together.
Yeah, you got a lot going on, but boy, I tell you, same with me.
Yep.
I just love to go to the gym.
I can think of any other class at Granite or whatever that I've attended that I can make up every excuse not to go, and I don't go. But this class, I never not attend.
Well, and I love it too because you guys have your consistent groups. Because I do see like each group like gets dinners together or breakfast and does all these things. But then you also kind of enjoy when you get to, like you said, you miss, say, a Friday class and you hop in a random Thursday and you just get to see a whole new group.
Yes.
Hear a whole new thing. And they said like all the vibes are similar but so different at the same time.
Right.
Like there's no mean group or anything like that. But it's just funny how every group is just such a different atmosphere.
It's really fun to have that different interaction from the different groups that people come in on our class or that, like you say, like you go into their class and
I
really
always hear
enjoy
like,
that.
especially the first time someone does like Sue's class, I always hear like just some random
there's
story.
a lot of feedback from first maybe getting into our class with Sue.
Yeah.
We don't let just anybody in, though.
Exactly. No, but it's fun. It's like, again, like I have people who genuinely look forward to like having a travel thing just because it means they're going to hop in a new class and just get to like a semi-different experience or just hear new conversations that they don't hear in their group. And then you hear like one story that gets told in like the 6 a.m. group and then it becomes it's 4 o'clock and reaches the 8 o'clock and it just kind of ends up going all the way around. So we go back to how, you both talked about how like you did more group classes or you did like running and stuff like that. So how would you say like your idea of fitness has changed now versus like what might have been in like the 1990s or something when there was definitely a different like media idea of what fitness was for women?
There's a lot of jumping around. I know that, and I can't be doing that again. So it was a whole different thing. You just didn't know if you were doing things right, and I don't know. Remember those boards you'd jump on and
Oh yeah.
yeah. I don't think I could do those again.
Yeah. I mean,
That's what's good with you is because it's individualized and, somebody's hurting or you've always got it picked out. I mean, I've been working, I took 2 days off for my shoulder.
Yeah.
So
Still.
I thought this is going to kill me because I'm not going to be able to go to the gym.
Oh God, we've had 3 surgeries, I think, at
I
least
think
since you started on various things and maybe missed like,
I think it was those jumping around classes.
I mean, honestly, you've maybe missed 10 classes in 5 years? Something. I mean, like it's
don't
not
miss
very many.
because I usually try to make them up.
I have, through the years, I've had people, want to be part of the class, and the first thing they'll say to me is, well, but I know I can't come in because you've already been doing it for a long time, or you do way more, whatever. And I'll go, no, it's all individualized. He starts you where you need to start. Valerie was one of those. She says,
for sure.
She says, I'd really like to be part of that, but I could never. But no, we're all individual training.
I know.
So-
I think it's honestly one of the things I need to do way more of is just showing finding old videos of someone and showing now, or just explaining hey, this is where this person started and here's where they are now.
Right.
Because it's you see someone deadlift Jen Jagger did 300 or whatever a few weeks ago. It's she didn't start there, but you watch that and you're like, well, holy shit, I don't want to be in that group. That's really intimidating.
Exactly.
So it's you're okay, yes, you might get there eventually. It's but you're going to start somewhere totally different because we're going to start based on where you're supposed to.
Well, and we all each have our individual goals, so then you can customize that and whatever. So I think that works out really well too.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to train for a big sheep hunt or whatever.
Yes, yes.
It looks a little different.
That's right.
So I guess this is a very similar question to that. What would you tell someone who's isn't strength training or maybe is doing a little bit and just wondering maybe they should be strength training? What would you tell them as far as starting that journey?
I think they need to get a trainer. In the olden days, I remember that you could have a trainer and they would give you a list of things to do and stuff, and you'd go through your list and stuff. But for me, my knowledge to go to a gym and start lifting, I wouldn't even know where to start. So, I mean, everybody starts somewhere.
Well, we still can't go to a gym.
Well, we still can't.
by ourselves and do our own stuff.
We can't even do it when he writes it down.
We don't know the names of anything. No. We don't know what the weights are because we don't pay attention because we just rely on you. It's not that we just don't pay attention. It's like, oh, Ryan will get it.
Yeah.
It's even like your grandson, like when he started, like we started doing some training because it's, again,
and he had no knowledge really. Yeah. He had his friend that helped him, but
I think in that generation, like they watch stuff on social media and stuff like that. It's like you have like a base level knowledge, but like you still don't know how that all pairs together. It's
right.
Like, you might know what a squat is. But you're like, okay, well, where do you do it, or when do you do it, or how many reps, or whatever. And,
well, they try to do their problem is they do see how heavy they can do it when they're not ready for that heaviness.
Yeah. Shocking that teenage boys would do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was actually just telling someone the other day, like, so when I started lifting in high school, we didn't have a single teacher that they basically, like, our coaches would just say go lift. They didn't tell us what that meant. There was no program. We didn't have YouTube. So basically, my friends and I, we just like fucking maxed our bench 5 days a week and did shrugs and bicep curls because that's all we knew how to do. I'm like, God, my shoulders would be so much better today if I would have known like how to actually strength train and not just like max out the same lift 5 times in a week. And you know, like I literally didn't do legs until I broke my hand, and then it forced me to be like, well, I've got to do something. So I learned how to squat. Like, yeah, it's like you just don't know what you don't know.
Well, back when I started, I didn't even know anything about weightlifting for women, especially. I mean, nobody ever said anything to me that about a woman weightlifting. Now I listen to all these podcasts, whatever, and I feel like, oh, geez, I'm a little bit of ahead of the game because it's just now become, I think, somewhat in the last probably 5 years or so,
I
become
think so.
popular.
Huge,
you know, that we're aware that we should be lifting weights and how important muscle really is. So,
But it's like I saw a meme the other day, and it's you could relate to strength training too. But it's like 5 years ago they said you could go whole weeks without hearing the word protein, and now you like you can't go
Right.
an hour without
And
hearing
I
someone
really
mention
didn't
it.
know what protein really was, you know, until I started my program with you. So,
Yeah, now you're a protein machine.
oh boy, I am
As long
on
as it's
that.
not blue cheese, you're good. 'Cause even before us, we were kind of talking about that, like how you incorporate that more now. Because you can expand on what you were saying earlier about just when you go to a restaurant now, how different that looks for you.
right. I just always make sure that if I'm a salad eater. I love salad. I could eat it 3 times a day. So it's not even about necessarily it being healthy or whatever. I just love salads. But I always make sure now that there's protein in my salad, that there's meat in it. Where before, I really didn't pay attention. I just looked at what it was just a good salad. But now I make sure.
And then
that
you're
there's
shocked when
always-
you're hungry like an hour and a half later. Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. So I always make sure that that's what I look on a menu. Anything that I order has to have protein in it. So
And that definitely gets easier too. Like I think that's one of the hardest things when you're starting out. It's like you just don't know what foods have protein or what have carbs. And it's like, not that you have to memorize everything, but you just start to get a base idea. You kind of see like, okay, chicken, turkey, beef, or whatever, eggs or something. You kind of already have a base idea of like, you've already eliminated half the menu. It just makes your decisions easier.
right.
As
It
to
really
knowing, like,
does.
okay, what's going to probably fit my calories and
Yep.
whatnot. How about
I get a lot of my protein in the morning. And then I know how much I'll need for lunch and it makes it a lot easier. I usually get most of mine in the morning, I think.
I generally think it is easier if you just front load things, just kind of like that. Yeah,
That's what
there's just less pressure later in the
it
day. and-
is. Get down, and this is what. And then you usually know what you're going to eat unless you're going out or something, I guess. But
Well, and sure, and like if you're going out, because sometimes maybe you don't want to have to be like the biggest protein meal when you're out with friends.
Right.
So if you've already had like over half your protein, it's like you can have something that has like some protein, but you don't have to make like this huge decision of something that's super bland that's just for the protein. Because I've definitely done it sometimes where like I'm just gonna have like this plain ass piece of salmon or whatever, because like that fits my protein things, even though I want something a little more like maybe a burger that has slightly less protein or something.
yeah.
So what's important for me is I have to have something in the evening. That's just so important to me.
Like
no matter
before
what my day.
bed?
Yes. And so my protein is, like I say, I have a mixture of yogurt with cottage cheese with a scoop of protein powder in it. And then I make like chop up an apple or whatever and maybe even add some walnuts or something. That's my go-to every night. But that's factored in as my protein
earlier.
or that's the end of my day, but I put that in at the very first thing because I'm saving everything for that.
Yeah, it makes
so
sense.
and so I no longer, it's not like ice cream because there's nothing in ice cream, but I mean that's just my favorite
Mine
thing
is
to
the
eat.
local berry at night, but I put protein in it.
Oh, see, yeah, look how that's what we do is we add
I
protein
put that
to
in
it.
first thing in the morning if I go buy 4 or 5 of them and freeze them.
Oh, okay.
But that really
Yeah.
is the way to be successful too, is like planning on having that. Then you're not getting to the end of the day and be like, oh shit, where do I fit this in? It's like you've
Right.
already accounted for it, and every other meal now can make decisions based off that.
Right.
Yeah. See, I don't think I could. I'm not gonna say taint it, but like tainted local berry bowl. Like I would just do the protein on the side, like a shot. I feel like, and then just have my.
Oh, but
Oh.
the vanilla protein in there's
Goes
pretty
in
good.
there pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
That's how I feel like eggnog. I'm like people that put like booze in
Oh,
eggnog. I'm like, I
yeah.
want my straight eggnog. I don't need the alcohol. Like, just give me my eggnog. So to wrap it up, we have a couple. Everyone always calls these rapid fire questions in podcasts. Expand on these as much as you want. They don't have to be like a 5-second answer or whatever. And if you need the name of this, also let me know. But what is your favorite exercise that you do?
as we both roll our
I
eyes.
know
like,
that's
what name
that's
is
literally
that?
exactly what I was expecting. Like, what's this thing?
Yeah, I don't know, really. I like them all.
You never complain. There's
I never complain.
Never
There's
any
no
complaining.
complaints.
My favorite's when I can do both arms.
Yeah. Soon.
Maybe the monkey bars for me.
That's your favorite one?
Yep, that should be my favorite one.
That is a good one, yeah.
Because I like doing the monkey
Best in
bars.
everyone, like I've had so many people like when they're visiting your guys' classes make comments about that afterwards. Like they're just so impressed that you can go for that long on there.
Because I think it reminds me of being a kid.
Yeah.
So that's why I like to do it. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I did this as a kid.
So then on the opposite side of that, what's your least favorite exercise? If you have like 15, that's fine.
Mine is the Versa climber.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes.
And I don't like the step up either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
See, I would have thought actually for favorite,
And I
you
don't
might have
want to
said green
complain.
machine.
The which one?
I thought you might have said your lat pull
Oh,
downs.
I
or
like
green
that.
machine.
Is my favorite
There you go.
actually.
There's your
And
favorite.
we got it taken away for a while.
It'll be back.
Yeah, that is, and it's Pat's least favorite.
I'm sure that bodes nothing at all into it being
And
your
she
favorite.
complains the whole time.
Every time.
She doesn't, I don't
Never
think she
does her
gets what she
pauses
should
and-
out of it.
Yeah. So Cindy, you kind of answered this already, but then my last question is, what's your favorite protein snack? And yours might be your local berry too, I guess. That
Well,
could
it kind of is one of my, but I do put that protein in my coffee in the morning, and I just can't wait to get up and have that cup of coffee. But now I see you're supposed to drink water before you even have a cup of coffee. That's the big news
that's
now.
your big thing now.
Yeah, but I do. I have a half of bottle of protein that I put in my coffee in the morning. So that gets me going.
See, and that,
That's what I switched to. Is instead of like cream or half and
Right.
half, I use protein.
Yeah.
see,
And
I
I'm
s-
like you. I can go to bed at night waiting.
Yeah, I just go to bed
excited,
thinking,
going, I get to have my coffee and my
yeah.
see, that reminds me because of my mom. Because my mom then
Yeah.
started doing it.
Is she still doing it?
And just hearing her tell my dad, she's like, well, that Sue just puts protein in her. It's always that Sue.
That's Sue.
That Sue, yeah. I mean, you just changed her life with that.
Well, that's because Sue's so
She
inspirational.
really, yeah, most
in so
inspirational
many
member.
ways
yeah.
now she's
Boy.
inspirational in putting
Yeah.
your protein in coffee.
See?
Yeah. Just changing the game one thing at a
Yes.
time.
Yep.
Yep, that's my most favorite.
Awesome, you guys. So thank you for coming on. And thanks, you guys, for joining us. We'll see you next time.